Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan. Once again, I welcome you as usual to my Ielts video, and this is prediction video for 27th April. Many of you were asking me to make a prediction video about 27th April, what is going to happen, what are the chances and all that stuff. So I thought it's a good idea to make the prediction video. So I welcome you, all the people in Pakistan and Pakistanis all over the world, all the people of India and Indians all over the world, and Indian Punjabis. A great Sat Shri Akal from Asad Yaqub from Pakistan. Then my students in Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. I've got students in UAE, Saudi Arabia, right? Then I've got students in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Africa. Hello Africa, okay? Now let's see. Let me tell you one thing about prediction. Prediction is always prediction, okay? I mean, whatever I'm going to tell you, if it happens, very good. If it doesn't happen, do not blame me, the first thing. And second thing is, do not depend on this prediction 100%. I mean, you prepare yourselves, your preparation is going on. This prediction will give you a sort of guideline. I mean, you can pay some extra attention to certain type of questions which I'm going to predict here. So let's take a start with listening. Let me tell you, I have noticed one thing. I mean, the first test and the last tests, the last test of the month, they are very well. I don't know, let me just observe some more tests, then I'll tell you exactly about what I mean. So 27th April test, the good news is it's not going to be very difficult, right? It is not going to be very difficult. I'm using the word very difficult. Some parts can be difficult, like, you know, listening section 4. Reading section 3, but it's not going to be very difficult. So this is the good news. Don't worry about that. 27th April is the last date. So it's not going to be very difficult test. It's going to be normal test, and many of you can get your required bench score as well. I'm sure about that. Cheers. All the best. Let's take a start with listening. In listening section 1, it's going to be very simple and very easy. It can be completion task, sentence completion or table completion or something like that. There'll be short answer questions, but it's going to be very simple. And as you know, there is always like telephone number, mobile number, date of birth and these type of things in listening section 1. So section 1 is going to be very easy, and the question type is mainly completion. Next, and this completion can be one word only, no more than 2 words and no more than 3 words. It can be anything like that. In section 2, there can be a table, or otherwise there can be multiple choice. I mean, this is what I guess, this is what I think. In table completion, there's going to be, in section 2, there's going to be a table completion, sort of a table which you'll have to complete, or otherwise there can be a multiple choice. And there are chances that in listening section 2, there can be a map with 3 to 4 questions, right? So this is how section 2 is going to go on. And in section 3, I predict multiple choice. Because multiple choice usually, I mean, in section 3, they usually give multiple choice. So I predict multiple choice in section 3. Now, when I say multiple choice, it can be out of 3 options, you got to select 1 option, or out of 5 options, you have to choose 2 options. It can be any multiple choice like that. And as far as section 4 is concerned, in section 4, like always, there's going to be a complete table, and there will be blanks, either a table with blanks, 1 word only, otherwise there can be some multiple choice questions in listening section 4 as well. So this is my prediction, and please focus Ielts listening tests from Cambridge Ielts Guide, Cambridge Guide to Ielts, then Ielts trainers and Ielts trainer, right? There are 6 tests in that as well, listening test, and then Cambridge Ielts book 13, 12, 11, 10, 9 and all that. Clear? This is all about listening. Now let's go on reading. As I told you, reading, this test is not going to be very difficult. So reading section 1 is going to be normal. absolutely normal. I'm telling you, absolutely normal. And at the time I'm talking to you, I'm having intuitions, right? I mean, things are coming to my mind and I'm just saying that to you. I don't know it happens or not. I've given you the warning in the beginning, but anyways, in reading section 1, it's going to be absolutely normal passage with the questions like they can be true, false, not given in the first 5 questions, right? Then there can be sentence completion question, or there can be like we have what do you say, short answer question. So these type of questions are going to be there in reading section 1. Section 2, because you know the level of difficulty always increases. Section 2 is going to be a little more difficult than section 1, but still it's not going to be very difficult. So section 1 and section 2, they are going to be absolutely fine on 27th April. Don't you guys worry, but let me tell you, this prediction or this absolutely going to be fine is for those who are going to be prepared for Ielts. Those who are not prepared, those who are weak at English, for them even section 1 is going to be very difficult. Okay, it's just like that. And as far as section 3 is concerned, the main questions are going to be like yes, no, not given. There can be some questions of matching, right? You have to match the names of the scientists and all that stuff, right? There can be some fill in the blanks also, right? There can be multiple choice as well in section 3. So you need to be ready for that. And maybe true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given. Out of that, there can be one type here as well. Sometimes in section 1 they give true, false, not given, and in section 3 they give yes, no, not given. So there can be some questions, and I don't know exactly, but in any section of reading there can be a little diagram as well with 2 or 3 questions. Okay, so this is about reading, and in section 3 it can be a little more difficult as compared to section 1 and 2, but it's not going to be something extraordinary. Or you say the difficulty level was extraordinary, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be normal Ielts pattern on 27th of April. Happy? Now let's talk about writing. As far as writing is concerned, I have observed, I've been observing this since last year. Now they're just giving the essays for task 2, and the types of essays, they are opinion essays, they are discussion essays, then the essays are problem and solution, and advantages, disadvantages. So these 4 types are extremely important, and the highest important level is for opinion essay. Number 1 is opinion essay, and I would say there are 70% chances for opinion or discussion essay in Ielts. Now opinion or discussion, then it's going to be around 90% chances for opinion or discussion essay in Ielts writing. I'm sure about that. Okay, it's going to be, more chances are, but sometimes if it is out of the way, maybe a test conducted by IDP or a test conducted by AEO or some other local organizations where there is the time difference and they conduct the test before and after so that the people should not know what came in the test, there can be some sort of the local tests and all that, but they are also Ielts tests. It's just, I mean to say, the test which is going to be conducted all over the world, that same test will have your question type in essays, that is agree, disagree, means opinion essay or discussion essay. That's why prepare opinion and discussion essays very well. You must know the pattern of opinion essay, pattern of discussion essay, how to write, how many paragraphs, what is the layout, and you can follow my videos on that. As far as writing task 1 is concerned, for academic candidates, for gender training it's going to be a letter. I cannot predict further, but there are 5 types of letters. It's going to be from there. Either it's going to be a letter of complaint, letter of appreciation, letter of feedback, letter of apology, letter of condolence. It's going to be any one letter out of those 5 types. Now for academic writing task 1, because IDP and British Council, they are conducting the test, and chances are their tests will be separate. They can be same as well in some parts of the world, but otherwise they can be separate also. Now what happens there in writing task 1, what I believe or what I think, this is my guess, there can be bar chart along with pie chart or table. There's going to be a combination, one bar chart along with pie chart or table. Otherwise, if it isn't like that, there can be any process diagram. I mean, for some other test, because I have to cover, you guys watch me from all over the world. If my prediction is true for Pakistan, not for other countries, then definitely you'll be angry. You'll say why your prediction is wrong. So I have to predict widely, considering all the people of the world wherever IELTS test is conducted. So I was telling you, in report writing, there can be a bar chart. I mean, the graphic information, it's going to be a combination. That's what we call double graph. Bar chart with a table, bar chart with a pie chart, line graph with a pie chart, line graph and bar chart, something like that. Or otherwise, there's going to be a process diagram, right? Or there can be map also, because you know they can give you a surprise with map. And about map, it's important to see what are the two dates. One is past, one is present, or both are past. So you got to write on map a report. My videos are available on that as well. So it's going to be, I mean, there are two things which I just told you. That's why again I tell you, you should learn graph with a trend and then comparative graph. So there are four things in total: a graph with a trend, comparative graph, process diagram and map. So if you just learn the pattern of that, the layout, the organization, how to write, my videos are readily available, it's going to be fine. So this is what I anticipate, what I expect in IELTS exam. And by the way, when you go to take your IELTS test, please send me your review. You must send me your review. You must tell me in listening section 1, this was the topic of the audio and these type of questions came. First, write your name down on the top, then your city, your country, then from where you took your IELTS test, like British Council, IDP, AEO, right? Then you can write details in listening section 1, right? Question type was this and the topic of the audio was this. Section 2, section 3, section 4. Send me a detailed message and I will dedicate that video to you. Then about reading, don't forget to tell me the title of the passage. After that, the type of questions in section. First, title of the passage, then the type of questions in section 1, then second section, title of the passage, type of questions, then section 3, title of the passage, type of questions. And for essay writing, try to send me exact wording, as some students, they find it from the internet and then they send that to me. Even some students are so good, they find the graphic information from the internet and they send that to me as well, and then I share that with my other students. So don't forget to send me this video and these detail, and I'll make a review video for you. Thank you very much guys. I wish you all the best. Those who are planning to appear on 27th April, let me tell you, on 27th April, IELTS test is not going to be out of the box or maybe something which is difficult, which you say, oh, it was unusual, it wasn't as I was expecting, it was, the difficulty level was beyond my expectation. It's not going to be anything like that. Listening will be fine and smooth. Reading, first section will be very fine, very smooth, and section 2 and 3 can be a little difficult, but don't worry, it's not going to be extremely hard test. So I wish you all the best, and you must inform me about your test, and then you must inform me about your result. All the best guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to comment this video. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that, and you must subscribe my this channel and my other channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.